Hey, what's going on, team? It's Ricky with TechBit Solutions, or Learn Plan Profit. Hope that you guys are all having a good start to the morning. And welcome to another bloodbath. Monday, right? So, overall market is down. So let's go ahead and check that out. We can see that the NASDAQ market as of right now is down a little bit over 0.5%. So it's honestly not too bad, but you guys know that we just like to over exaggerate. We got Tesla down 1.5%, nearly 2%. It was down over 2%, hit lows of 573, but it's experiencing a nice little push right now. So last week we closed at lows or at highs of 589. So we're down about $10 a share pretty much right now. Tesla did hit aftermarket hours highs of nearly $600 a share. So we'll see where we go from here. But, as of right now, with this nice little recovery that we have going on, I wouldn't be very surprised if Tesla pulls right on back. So let's just take this into consideration that it doesn't have to fully recover. Tesla's been super choppy. The overall NASDAQ market has been super choppy. Let's just not think that it has to do anything as of right now, as it's been definitely more bearish than it has been bullish. So here we go. Let's go ahead and change this to a little live chat. Good morning, good morning, good morning. What is going on? Hannah, Mercy, Eric, John, Nuda, Nathaniel, Michael, Robbie, Jeff, Rager, Eric, Kenny, Cappy, Victor, Jeff in Texas, Evan, is it Havsi? And Robbie, what's up, what's going on, Craig? But yeah, I hope that you guys are all having a good start to your morning. Looks like it's honestly not down too bad. So it's a great way to look at it right now. Not down too much. So we'll see how high we go. We're actually recovering quite nicely. Just hit highs of 584. Here we go. Oh no. Ricky, what are your thoughts on CCIV? I think CCIV has a lot to prove. I know CCIV was a very hyped up stock. Let's look at it on the 4-hour time frame very quickly. It was supposed to merge. I don't know what happened with it, right? It's supposed to have its this is like Lucid Motors, right? I don't know if the merger ever happened, but it looks like it peaked there and it's been selling off ever since. Strong rejection, no indication of an uptrend. So there's no reason on why I would care to, get in as of right now, as it's been very consistently bearish. So I would set an alert for the break above, at $21 or $22. Maybe once we get more proper indication of reversal, but until then, wouldn't really care too much about it as of right now. Even big picture, right? It has so much to prove as of right now. So, yeah. The margin in the IRA account. The IRA account is just a different type of account. I saw that when I went live the last time. It had a different account that had an account number or username or something like that. I don't know if that's important. I'm still learning more about the platform, so I can switch back and forth very easily. So that's why I just have it as that. But when you open up a Webull account, they open these two different accounts and stuff like that. But yeah, good question. So I literally read all the names and just stopped before mine. LOL. Eddie, what's going on, my guy? Sorry about that. I did not mean to skip you not one bit. What's going on, Sandy Lee? What's up? So why did you stop using TOS? I've said it so many times already. So again, we have a lot of different people who use a lot of different trading platforms. For the past month to month and a half, I've been testing E-Trade, becoming more familiar with Fidelity, becoming more familiar with Webull, just to become more well versed with those trading platforms so I can better answer people's questions. And just seeing what the other trading platforms have to offer. I haven't done that in a really long time, and I'm actually genuinely surprised. I've always wondered why so many people, are on Webull versus Robinhood, and being able to see the difference and stuff like that. I think it's just a little eye-opening, but yeah, it's just something that I was eager to try out, to say the least, right? So no one pays attention, right? Sebastian, what's up? What's up? So the tasteful white tea. What is up, Dustin? Did you guys like that video that I uploaded on Saturday? Yeah, that whiteboard video. Is that something that? Did you guys like the setup on that? Was it a decent video? Let me know what you guys think. Fubo with the push. Great eye on this one. So Fubo recently was testing the SMA line, if I remember correctly. And look at that. We are above SMA. We've done this before though, right? We'll see if we formulate those higher highs though. So great start to the day. Looks like it's still bullish on the day, even on the 1 minute chart. So looking overbought, but looking bullish. It's still pushing, still indicating signs of an uptrend. So alrighty. There we go. Here we go. There it goes, pulling on back. So, oh dude, love that video, loved it, it was awesome. So that was a good one. Was hoping for the three-sided whiteboard, that's funny. Bro, the HQ looking nice. I appreciate it. Thank you. Whiteboard, yep. Alright, sweet. Thoughts on AMC? Oh, wow, look at that pullback. Where are we at with this? Okay. See where AMC's at. AMC at $14 a share. How has this been holding? Highs of 14. Okay, so this is almost like an ascending triangle, right? A very common resistance level. Pulls on back, same resistance level. So there could definitely be a breakout here. If we do break above 14, we can see a nice little gap up. Let's look a little further out. Okay, very common resistance level for AMC, right around $14 to $15. So up to you, right? This is definitely not a cheap price for AMC. Can it continue to push up? Of course, anything can happen, right? We've seen it firsthand, hit highs of $25. But from where we're at as of right now, and previous lows, $9 to nearly $15 from where we're at right now. Would I be surprised if it pulls on back? No. Would I be concerned about this price point? Of course. It's just be aware of previous levels, and I think as long as you're aware, you can be prepared, right? So anticipate a pullback. If it does, what are you going to do? If it begins to break above $14.50 and $15, there could be a breakout. It could run. It probably won't last a very long period of time. So understanding those things, I think, are super important. But yeah, great call out on this. I mean, it's definitely bullish on the day, so I see why you're paying attention to it. I appreciate that, Nick. Thank you. Sounds like a plan, Dustin. Excited to create that one for you. Yeah, SWN, of course. Let's look at it. Okay, so SWN was super consistent on the 180-day chart. We can see that it's been a very consistent ascending uptrend pattern, right? Higher highs and higher lows. I like that you're focusing on something that is bullish, both consistent and pretty much reliable, right? Especially for the past couple of months, especially with these current market conditions. I think it says a lot about SWN. We are hitting 180-day highs. Do I view that to be the best deal? Not necessarily. The great thing about SWN is that every time that it pushes up, it does correct itself back to the SMA line. You can see here, pushes up, pulls on back, 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 pushes up, pulls on back. It's almost like clockwork every single time at the SMA. So it's great that you identified a stock that you see value and that you work well with. If you're in it already, wouldn't be surprised if it pulls on back. With that being said, I would prepare, to be able to buy at the lower levels, get it ready for the higher levels, all that good stuff. Look at that. Tesla with the push. Is the market about to go green today? No, I don't believe it. You guys think the market could go green today? There it goes. Highs of 585 right now for Tesla. Felipe, I can't have you posting that. That's too funny. So what would you say the best stocks to day trade are? I mean, that's definitely all preference. That's all relative to how you trade, right? Blake, one of the things that I really enjoyed, right, especially if you just want to proactively day trade daily, are inverse ETFs. I found the NASDAQ ETFs were consistent. They weren't super aggressive moving ETFs. So SQQQ and TQQQ. Which again, TQs are bullish, SQs are bearish. And the cool thing about that is that, you can literally, market's bullish, you go into TQs. Market's overbought and it's preparing for a pullback, you go into SQs in preparation for that pullback, right? That reversal. So those were very fun to trade. Anytime that I get bored and, if I have the time to do so, I'll trade those. They're not super aggressive moving ETFs, and they follow the NASDAQ market, which I find to be pretty consistent. So here it goes. Looks like we're pretty much break even on the day, almost for Tesla. Again, let's not get carried away and think that it can't pull on back. We have all seen it firsthand where Tesla pushes up and then sells right back off right away. So let's make sure that we take that into consideration. So Ricky, have you ever used TradingView for charting on your general thoughts on the platform? I haven't myself. Maybe it's something that I'll have to look a little bit more into, but definitely have not. All right. So someone asked for the breakdown on Snow. I thought we broke it down. Did we break this one down during the Sunday Stock Talk? Up 4% on the day. Very similar pattern to a lot of stocks right now, and that's getting rejected off of the SMA line, right? So lower highs, lower lows, and as of right now, we're closer to the resistance level with this descending pattern than anything. So I've pretty much missed out on it. Not really something that I'm too interested in it at all. So yeah. There it goes. Hit highs of 589. Look at you go. Good morning from Australia. What's going on, Sam? No, I don't. Kenny, I don't trade options, so that's not something that I get into where I don't do call options or put options or anything like that. But I appreciate you asking. So I was gonna say that trading view, yeah, mix of trading view and TOS. That's funny. Yep. Don't you have VWAP on Webull? So VWAP is available on Webull. It's just not the same that it was on TOS. So I don't have it on my charts. I also don't day trade as much as I used to, so it's not the most useful um, indicator for more long-term plays, if that makes sense. And to not have my screen so cluttered, I thought it would be useful to kind of like clean it up, you know? Yep, that was broken down in the Sunday stock talk. Figured. Airbnb just broke. Okay. So now we're trading options again. No, Dustin, there's not. What's going on? The real Maximo? What's up? What's up? So, are you into trading drip and gush still? No, I haven't traded that in a while, but that really brings back some memories for sure. Yeah, I definitely have not traded drip or gush in a while. Those are a mixture of like crude oil and gas ETFs, right? Something like that. The reason that I wasn't the biggest fan of gush and drip is that they didn't have a direct correlating um, future, right? Because they're a mixture or a composite of both. And because of that, I found it a little bit more difficult to see how, how's crude oil reacting or how's natural gas reacting, and then trying to guesstimate the way that it would trade. I just found it easier to focus on crude oil ETFs, right? And or oil ETFs or, natural gas ETFs. So, yeah. Of course, Eddie. So, have you found Webull alerts to be better than TOS? The thing with Webull alerts is the sound that it makes. It's almost like, how do I say this? It's like, it's not anything too crazy where, you know, TOS was almost like a very obnoxious sound. Sometimes it was almost like triggering, right? Weeble is like a very soft sound, and it's not too triggering, just so you can hear it out. So we can set our alerts here. Let's see if it does it. I don't know if it will trigger that one like this. Let's see. That's it. They have an alert limit. Let me remove this one. So unaware of that. It's not the best. So a nice little pullback to lows of 583 as of right now. But yeah, pulling on back pretty hard. There it goes. Oh, you could change the sound on Webull. Sweet. Yeah. Again, still messing with Webull, so I still have a lot to learn about it. Wasn't aware that you can change the sound. That's a little different. All right, let's see what we got going on. All right. Tesla pulling back. Can we get a Webull account for free like TOS? Of course. I actually think I still have the link down below. First off, you guys all know that you guys don't have to use any of my links. Um, I have a specific link down below that gets you like 2 free stocks, something like that. So if you want to download the app and learn a little bit more about it, you could fund it $100, I think is what it is. You don't have to fund it. Again, I'm just letting you know what it is, and then you get like 2 free stocks. So, um, yeah, you could, but that link is provided for you in the description. So why have you not been day trading? Again, a very common question that I've answered like a gajillion times, but it all comes down to market's been inconsistent with inconsistency and unclear directions. That's what day trading has to, it plays a big role in that. And I just haven't invested the sufficient amount of time to try to continue to day trade, just with everything it is that we have going on, all the different projects on the real estate side, all the different projects just on the back end with the HQ and e-commerce and stuff like that. I just haven't been the most intrigued to continue to day trade. That's why I've taken longer positions, especially, but a lot of it has to do with market conditions, right? If the market's super bullish, and or it has a much more clear direction, then I would love to get back into it within my time, right? Within the means of I want to day trade for about an hour to 2 hours. But with everything that we have going on and just how busy I've been, it all comes down to opportunity cost. Like, I'd love to take advantage of a quick day trade, but the market just isn't moving like that, in my opinion, as of right now. So because of that, I just choose not to do so. Focus on more long-term plays. There it goes. Nice push. So would you discourage day trading in current market conditions for us? No, I mean, one of the biggest things is if you've experienced consistency with current market conditions, then so be it, right? But one of the things that, one of the most common feedback that I've experienced during current market conditions is it's very difficult to be consistent with day trading recently. And I'm like, well, yeah, I mean, the market's not in your favor. The market's not consistent enough for you to be able to have a super clear direction. So why put yourself in a position to fail? It's that simple. It's like everything has its seasons of, sometimes the market is more bullish during, a certain time of the year. As of right now, the market is not bullish. It is not consistent, and it is not reliable as of right now. So because of that, I was like, hey, market was pulling on back. We're presented a number of deals. Why don't I just get in, hold them, ride the recovery, and then make the difference that way? And I can do it with a dollar amount that is a little bit larger than what I would day trade with, and enjoy the process, right? And also with opportunity costs and my time and all that stuff, then I can get back into it as well. All right, let's go and check it out. So ticker symbol Z. Alrighty. You guys know how I told you that I'm buying like 25 shares of Tesla every day? I just got executed on them. So the order status right now, I just got filled at 581 for Tesla. So at 581, I got filled with my 25 shares, and then I just leave it at that. So I don't have to buy a super large amount, and I just like to get it at a decent price based off of how it's trading within the day. So I went in at 581. Z, very bullish. It was very bullish at highs of 208. This is a very common pattern right now with the market pulling on back. getting rejected by the SMA line. How many of you guys have done a 4-hour analysis on the 180-day chart and see this, right? We're now getting rejected by SMA line, and we're making lower lows as well, right? It's so bearish right now, it's so inconsistent. Just ask yourself, is now the best time to put money into this? It's up to you, right? If you want to buy and hold because you think it's going to recover, I'm not here to convince you to do so. I'm not here to convince you not to do so. All I'm here to encourage you to do is to have a plan and to do it in a tasteful way. If you want to do it with a dollar amount in which you can tolerate, great. An example can be if you have $1,000, then buying one share, right? So buying $100 worth of it, just so you have some skin in the game. And once and if it begins to indicate signs of an uptrend, then guess what? You can add more to your position. But also, if things go south because you only have one share, you're not going to hesitate to manage your risk, right? If it comes down to that point. So put yourself in a position to succeed and do it in a tasteful way for the stocks that you see value in. So, yeah. I like that, John. That's funny. I appreciate it. I really do. So, NIO worth it. How about when we ask a question like that? What if we like, NIO, right? When asking, hey, is NIO worth it? How about you share with me why you see value in it or why you don't, or why you're even asking about it, right? So why would you be asking about a stock that has been selling off for the past, 2.5 months, right? And if you look closely, there's a very consistent descending pattern, right? So from overall highs, look at that descending resistance. So looking at this closely, why would this be something that you want to partake in? From overall highs to consistent lows, and it looks like it's about to get rejected and sell right back off. Why would this be something that you want to get into right now? Why? Is this something that you want to buy and hold? And if so, why? Right? Is it that you're going to buy a small dollar amount because you think it's going to recover? That could be a plan. I don't have to agree with you, right? It's just, if that's your plan, that's your plan. What can we wait for to have more proper indication of reversal? Should we wait for the break above the SMA line, right? To be a little bit more conservative. There's so many different ways on how you can approach this market. Don't ever think that there's just one way, right? So as of right now, really nice pullback. If you want to go in for a day trade because you think it's going to reverse, then what indication of that reversal are you waiting for, right? Is it the break above EMA again? What are we looking for? As of right now, it's selling off. So I definitely see why you're paying attention to it. But again, just be aware of the big picture and the intraday as well. Of course, Hannah. We always want to do our part in giving an answer without telling you what to do. Do you think that we do a decent way in doing that? Giving you an answer without telling you what to do. I feel like that's a win-win because it explains my 2 cents or my opinion about the stock without trying to convince you that what I say is, is final, because it's not. I'm wrong a lot of times, so many times, more than I can count, and let's be open about that, right? What are your thoughts on inflation? I don't know why everyone's freaking out now about inflation. This is a conversation that we had a year ago. I don't know why now it's starting to sink in. Is it because now we're seeing the price rise on oil, or because we're seeing the price rise on wood and, just the common goods? Is it now because a year after? Who didn't expect this? That's the part that it's like, this is the part that is so mind-boggling to me. Is why did we decide that in the past 2 weeks that now inflation is present, when over the past year, as they've been printing out this stimulus, right? It's it's been present. Everyone's been aware of it, but now people are supposedly, now we're seeing the effects. It's like I don't know and when I hear I don't even want to get into it. It's just yeah. Sometimes I just my mom has a saying in Spanish, and it's like it's sometimes best just to stay quiet. Yeah, I just find it so mind-boggling that people get so blindsided about the idea of printing money, and you know they ignore the you know effects of it. But yeah. All right, all right. A lot of consolidation right now here at the lower levels of 577. We'll see if we break back above 580 and if we begin to indicate signs of an uptrend. But as of right now, I think we have quite a bit to prove. And as of right now, it's pulling on back. So just be aware of that. Again, we hit highs of 589, which was pretty much what it closed at, right? Yeah, a lot of consolidation right around 589, 590. So now pulled back quite a bit. We'll see if we begin to indicate signs of a reversal. Looks like it's trying to find a support level. So we'll see if we do. Excited to follow up and kind of go from there. All right, all right. Is there any specific stock that I am watching on the day? Now with the market reacting like this, I'm trying to see if there's anything worth day trading right now because the market is a little oversold. But the margins are all kind of small. They're all like 1% margins. I would have to go in with a lot of money. So this one's 2% to really make it worth it. And, obviously if things go south, it does the exact opposite. So definitely something that we need to take into consideration. But yeah, I don't think I'm going to go in for any big day trades or anything like that. Margins are not there. The market's not there. We're not set that we're going to recover. So we have to take that into consideration. We hit lows of 3,100 BTC. Hit lows of what? 4,200. Not bad. Finally, a nice pullback. I'm shocked that it took this long, right? It pullbacks all the time. I feel like this one's long overdue. So it's great to see that it's built a lot of momentum. Now, I think with this little correction, for those that want to get in, great. For those that don't, then don't. But I think it's all dependent on how you view it. So it's not looking too bad. All right. See where the overall market's at. Here we go. Not too bad. Well, it's down nearly 1%. So pulling on back to previous lows. Okay. So do you prefer land or water sports? Land sports. I mean, water sports are fun. I'm just not very good at them. So it's so clunky and unpredictable. Super weird. Yep. Wave. Yeah, that's funny, Sam, huh? Ethereum Classic. Okay. I don't know much about Ethereum Classic. I just know that a lot of them are hyped up. But hey, all power to you. No, not one that I know of, Eddie. Definitely something that I'll have to look a little bit more into to see if I can find anything that'd actually be pretty interesting. But I doubt crypto's even there. Let's be honest. So, but that's it for today, team. Had some fun breaking down a series of different stocks as of right now. Nasdaq market, or overall market in general. It's not doing anything crazy. It's not doing anything super consistent. Direction's not in our favor. I almost feel like I sound like a broken record because we've been in this position so many times where market just continues to pull on back, or every time that it recovers slightly, it corrects itself. There's nothing that obviously we can do about that. It's just being able to put yourself in a position in which you can tolerate these pullbacks. I think that's the best thing that we can say during these times. Be selective. I love to empower you to find different stocks that you see value in right now. So build those effective watch lists, and we'll see you again in the Discord and tomorrow at Market Open. Like always, let's make sure that we end the year on a great note. Take it easy, team.